Hey guys, I'm Jason Creel, and I wanted to go over the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference preview video. We're going to run through the schedule. I'm going to show you what's going on, talk to you about the prizes, who's coming, who's speaking, what the topics are about. And if you're on the fence about coming, I'm hoping this video will help answer any questions that you're going to have. And if you're coming, I'm hoping this will help to get you more excited about the event. So what I'm going to do is share my screen, and we're going to walk through the schedule just as it is on the website. So I think I'm sharing. So we're going to go to lawncarelife.com. It's my website. And this is where the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy is. You click up here, you go to Lawn Care Life Conference. So the link here, lawncarelife.com/conference, or just go to lawncarelife.com and click on the conference link at the top of the page. So when you go to the website, you will see here the speakers that we have lined up. So Paul Jamison and I are basically the host of the event. Some of you don't know, this is the fourth time we've done the event. So I did the Lawn Care Life Conference in 2017, 2018, January of 2020, and now February of 2024. So a little bit of a scattered schedule, but this is the fourth time, and it's been, basically 4 years since we have done it. Paul and me will be the host of the event. I am planning to speak. We're going to talk about that. This guy over here is Jeremy Vest. He is a friend and a social media guru. He's spoken at some of these big-time social media kind of conferences, but as far as marketing, he's an expert marketer and can talk to us specifically about using marketing for your lawn care business. This is Caleb and Brittany Allman. They're up in Ohio running a landscaping business. You may know Caleb and Brittany from the Hardscape Academy. Caleb has the Kid Contractor podcast, and then they have a lot of social media followings as well at Allman Landscapes. Then you got Naylor Taliaferro, LCR Media, the lawn care rookie, and you can also follow him on his podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Most of you probably have seen Naylor if you follow social media people on YouTube. And then last over here, Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Alan has come. This will be his third time to come to the Lawn Care Life Conference, and love having him here. He's a very good speaker for one, and also really knowledgeable about lawn care, and also just a very approachable, down-to-earth guy. So if I haven't got a chance to meet Alan, this would be a great time to do that. So Lawn Care Life Conference, again, the first time we did it, 2017, it was my friend James, who's my fertilizer mentor, and I talked to him. I said, I met this lady. She taught me to do it at a conference. Let's do a conference. So it was just James and I. We had a one-day event, and it went pretty well. So the next year, we decided, well, we're going to do a two-day event. So we did 2 days, got more speakers, and it was bigger than it was the year before. Then in 2020, we did it again. I'm trying to remember if we did. I think at that point, we had some people want to come for 1 day, some for 2. So we actually had like a 1 day with a second day option. I think. I can't remember exactly. More sponsors, more speakers, all that. And it's been great every time. Family atmosphere. And here's some of the details. It says February 23rd and 24th. So that's a Friday night and a Saturday. It's in Springville, Alabama. The venue location is called Matthews Manor. So what that is my in-laws' facility. They are in the wedding business, so they do a lot of weddings over there. And they've got, I'm going to say, about 80 acres of land. They've got multiple venues on the property. So we've rented out the biggest venue, and there's a lot of acreage there that we're going to be using to demo lawn equipment, weather permitting. So excited about that. We'll talk about that here in a second. But you see, it's about 30 minutes northeast of Birmingham. If you're flying, you want to come into the Birmingham airport. That's BHM is your airport code there. And if you're driving, again, close to Birmingham. So the town where I live is called Trussville, Alabama. And this is about 10 to 15 minutes from there. Bigger and better. Well, it sounds like something we just put on there to make it sound great, but it actually is bigger and better. What I told Paul this year, I said, listen, if we're going to do the conference, I want to put more money into it to make it excellent. We're paying speakers more. I've got a professional photographer, videographer person. We're planning on getting a sound person to just try to make it a more professionally run event. It's been great, but in my opinion, it was almost a little too casual. So I want to ramp up the professionalism of it just a little bit, but still make it, super approachable and everything, and have a good time. So So let me scroll down here. It says convenient location, 30 minutes from Birmingham, networking opportunities. When I ask people, and I've already been asking, I sent out like a pre-event survey, and I may do that one more time. But it's like, what's the reason you come? You want to hear the speakers, you want to network, you want to ride equipment, you want to whatever, grow your business. And a lot of people put the networking on there because it is a great atmosphere. It's kind of a round table deal. The venue will hold 300 people with round tables. So you're thinking like 8 people at a table. But it's a Friday night and all day Saturday. So Friday we'll have the opening speaker, and then there's going to be time to network then, and in between talks and getting to know people at your table. But we're going to take breaks, like a break to go outside and ride equipment. So the networking is a big deal and something that people seem to really like and give us good feedback on. There's Brian Fulton. There's Alan Hain. There's me. That's my friend James. I can't remember exactly who we had speaking, but this was the group picture from
Taylor Taliaferro, Jeremiah Jennings, and others coming, and hopefully you coming to this year's event. We've got seats for 300 people, and this year's going to be bigger and better than ever. This is our 4th conference to do, and the early bird ticket prices is $197. That includes all your meals. We got a Friday night session, we got dinner, we got an after party, and we got breakfast and lunch on Saturday with a day full of sessions. We've got equipment to ride on, giveaways, sponsors. It's going to be a great event, a lot of transparency, a lot of interaction, a lot of tips on how to grow your business, and a lot of fun. We hope to see you February 23rd, 24th, Springville, Alabama.
I absolutely love Jason and Tracy Creole. They have humongous hearts of hospitality. They host a wonderful event. I attended it back in 2020, and I'm really looking forward to returning to Sweet Home, Alabama for the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference.
Hey guys, I can't wait to see you at Jason's event this February. There's going to be a lot of speakers giving as much value as they can, such as myself, as well as a lot of great networking opportunities. Hope to see you there soon.
Hey y'all, I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Happy to let you know that I will be attending the Lawn Care Life Conference in 2024, February 23rd and 24th of 2024. This is Jason Creel's conference. This is the 4th year. I've been there every year. I'll be a keynote speaker this year, going to bring you some fire.
I'd say there's no better place that you can go to get the tools you need to be successful.
Like-minded people, good networking.
I've learned a lot about growing my business more than anything here.
I tell you what, this place could not be any better. We got a lot of great information, a lot of great speakers. The food was awesome.
Jason Creel has done a very, very excellent job in presenting this lawn care conference.
Awesome to meet some of the guys that you follow on YouTube.
You're around like-minded people who also want to grow, and you're listening to people who were just like you who are also growing.
Definitely be coming back next year.
Oh, and in the end picture, this was from the 2020 conference here. So, all right, let's get to the schedule and maybe walk through some of the details. And there may be like some slight tweaks to this schedule, but in general, this is basically how we picture it going. And when I say slight tweaks, that like, for instance, one of the speakers needs to leave out midday at Saturday. So we're going to move him around just a little bit to accommodate that. So 4:30 to 5:30, this is Central Time in Alabama. We're on Central Time frame. So 4:30 to 5:30 registrations. That's just giving people time to get there. I understand some of you are going to be driving in, flying in. So 4:30, 5:30, register. Drinks, snacks, foods, all included in the price of your admission. So we'll welcome you, and kicking it off, we're going to have Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, speaking. Now, Alan is kind of a cutting edge kind of guy. He's got big following on social media, but he knows a lot about lawn care. So I've been texting with Alan. I said, hey, Alan, let's talk about embracing technology, because things are changing. People hear about that robots, and people hear about robots and battery powered equipment, things like that. And I told Alan, I said, listen, I don't want to scare the people off. Okay. I want to talk about this in an encouraging way, because some people are frustrated about all these changes. So let's talk about it in a way that doesn't make people mad and offend them, but that they can embrace it and learn, how do I need to adapt to make sure that my business is good moving forward. And I don't mean I've got to sell all my gas equipment tomorrow and go buy battery stuff or get robot mowers, but I also want to be thinking, what can I be doing? What do I need to do now? What does my business need to look like 5 years from now? So anyway, Alan's going to tackle some of that. Again, fantastic speaker. Some people, fun fact, Alan's actually spoken at Google 2 different times. And I would think you wouldn't get invited back to speak at Google unless you did a pretty good time the first time. And that's why Alan gets invited back to my conference. All right, 6:30, taco dinner. So we'll have the food and all that taken care of. So the first night is just Alan speaking, then a dinner, and then kind of the after party hanging out. We're planning on having a DJ there and a promo video for Ferris. So we'll get to our sponsors later. So we're just hanging out, cash bar for alcohol, and maybe do some giveaways and things like that. We'll talk about the giveaways shortly. Saturday, we've got breakfast and coffee. It'll probably be more like continental kind of breakfast, muffins, donuts, that sort of thing. And then 8:20, look at this guy, Jason Creel. I mean, pack out the house, standing room only, I'm sure. So anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot, but it's the mindset. And I'm not a psychologist. You know, if you follow me on here, I talk pretty normal. But I found that people, especially, I love the timing we're doing. It's February 23rd and 24th because, you know, things just really take off in March. And to sit there and to think about what my mindset needs to be, because I find so many people get discouraged in the lawn business, they get burned out, and they're not able to grow their business. So I'm going to tell you some of the mind games. I'm not trying to hypnotize anybody or do anything crazy, but some of the ways that I'm thinking and shifting my mind to help me stay motivated. I'm entering I'm trying to think, 16th or 17th year. So I don't know, something. I've been doing this for a while. And it does have some discouraging times. So that's what I'm talking about. Another one of our sponsors, Crest. Again, these promo videos may swap around depending a little bit, but Crest is big in the battery equipment, robots, things like that. So they are one of our big sponsors. Really thankful for them. And they're planning on bringing equipment, which is going to be great. Because the thing about this, especially some of the newer technology, is I think people want to get it in their hands and use it. They're not just, you know, if you want to go buy a steel trimmer, you probably have one of those and kind of know what you're getting. If you want to get a Crest trimmer, it would be great to try it out first. And you can say, not what I thought, or wow, that exceeded my expectations. So you're going to bring the equipment, which is great. Naylor is big. What I wanted to do in this was I wanted to get some people, because I had some people giving feedback, said, Jason, we want to know how to get out of the truck and how we can grow our business and scale it, and we can just manage it and let people run it. And so Caleb and Brittany have a team, and they're not out in the field all the time working, and they've grown their business significantly. But Naylor, kind of like me, you know, stays small, but trying to maximize your profitability with a small business. So he's going to talk about that. Then these panel discussions, and I think what we're going to do is try to get a lot of the questions pre-panel, you know, instead of somebody just asking off the cuff. We may do that too, but I want to have some questions already lined up. But you see here, John Pajak, if you know him, Jeremiah Jennings, the Almonds. But talking about the financial side of things, you know, the actual business side, because I find that's the side that people are not too good at sometimes, and including myself. You know, so we do the work, but not always making great financial decisions. So those Q&A panels usually go well. And again, we may switch that around depending on one speaker that might not be able to be on that panel. So that one may end up going afternoon. We'll have to be able to flexible on that. So you got an extended break here. I don't mind sitting here listening to people talk. I had to go to a continuing education thing yesterday for my weed control license. And it was like 8 to 4:30, and I was struggling. I mean, I was struggling. By the time we got out of there, I was so happy. And so now the topics were not as exciting as these topics, but we want to give breaks and times, because sitting there the whole time listening to somebody talk is not exactly what we're going for. So we'll have a break, and we want to be able to interact with the sponsors. Lunch, we will feed you lunch, so don't worry about that. And then we'll have an equipment demo time. Now, let's just say February 24th gets here and it's going to pour down rain in the afternoon. Then we may move this up a little bit. But we want to have, you know, an hour or so where people can get out there. One, just take a break from the speakers. But two, we've got Ferris that's supposed to be bringing mowers, Exmark bringing mowers, that's supposed to be bringing equipment. And we still got one or two feelers out on other sponsors. So, Lord willing, we're going to have some equipment there for you to ride. So this will be a time you can interact with each other, interact with sponsors, but also get outside and ride some equipment. And this is a great time of year. Often, I mean, we don't know what the weather's going to be. Okay, it may be 40 degrees, but a lot of times late February can tend to be a really nice time here in Alabama, especially if you're coming from up north and want to break from the cold. Now you see here, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Scaling Success, Key Strategies for Growing Beyond the Truck. I'm telling you, I wish I had more advice on this. I haven't personally been successful at that. I've tried a couple of times. And so just to hear them, the mindset shift, and you think, well, I don't know if I ever want to get big or have multiple trucks. Well, it helps me to understand, at least have a vision of how to do that, how to manage the team, and what kind of money do you need to be making to even attempt that? Because, I've seen so many people, they have one truck out there mowing grass or whatever. They start a second truck and they end up making less money than they were making because of the overhead and it's such a pain. They end up going back to one truck and they're happy they did so. So I don't want that to happen. And so we need to at least talk to somebody who's successfully done this, grown their business, and now kind of manages it. What does that look like? Then a break. Then we got Jeremy Best. Again, he's the social media guru, can talk to you about social media and how to use that to grow your business. And then a break, and then a group panel again, and then another group panel, which more of a like business / marketing kind of stuff. Alan Hain, myself, Naylor, Jeremy Vest. So again, we may flip-flop those panels for a particular guest that may not be able to stay until 3 o'clock. And then final giveaways. And here's some of the feedback. Tim, John French from Bloomington, Indiana. And then I remember this guy, Caleb, and his granddad came and he won some kind of prize. I can't remember. So there's me and Paul. Sponsors. Let's look over some of the sponsors right now. Ferris Bringing Equipment, Crest Bringing Equipment, Yardbook. You guys know Yardbook is a sponsor of my channel. They're sponsoring event. Real happy about that. Milwaukee, they sent me 5 different pieces of equipment the other day for giveaways. I've got an impact wrench. I've got a 2-gallon sprayer. I got a chainsaw. I think I got a hedge trimmer and something else. So anyway, we're giving all that away. So we're going to be drawing for prizes. Cujo sent me something the other day to give away. So it's like a Cujo gift pack. I think it's like a pair of shoes, a hoodie, and I forget what else. I'll have to look that up. But we're going to have some cool giveaways. The grand prize giveaway, Exmark's giving away a Exmark 30 commercial push mower. I believe the value on this particular one is $2,599. So we're hoping to have one on display, but whoever wins it, I believe they're just going to ship it directly to them in case it's somebody that can't travel back with it. So excited about that. Somebody's going to win a really nice push mower, $2,599 value. And then a landscaping bookkeeper, that's Joey and Megan Coberly. Many of you know them as Paul Jameson's bookkeepers, and they advertise on his channel. They came last time at the Lawn Care Life Conference, and happy to have them back as well. Speakers, Alan Naylor, Caleb Brittany, Jeremy Vest. And then here's the tickets. Tickets is $229. Well, let me help you out here. So you see here 10% off if you register more than one person. Okay, and then you'll save another 10. It's just going to automatically deduct that when you put 2 people in there to buy a ticket. But also just put in the code 2024, the year 2024, and they'll take another 10% off. And that's even if you just buy one ticket. So use that to save 10%. Again, that's going to include all your meals. Not going to include your lodging, but lodging recommendations, the event. Here's the address for the event. Trussville is where I live. It's about 15 minutes from the venue. There's several hotels in Trussville. So any of those, Quality Inn, Hilton Garden, Hampton Inn, and you can also check out like Expedia, Priceline, and see if you can get a deal on those hotels. So depending on where you're coming from, we're going to try to let out around 4 o'clock so that some of you can travel back and maybe not have to stay Saturday night unless you just want to. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope that answered a lot of your questions. If you have any other questions, just leave it in the comments. I'll try to get to those. But if you want to register, I'll put that link in the description. It's lawncarelife.com/conference, or just go to lawncarelife.com and click on the conference link at the top of the page. Hope to see many of you there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.